Okay. And welcome back, Doc. Welcome
Hello.
back. So we're
Yes,
ready
hello,
now for
hello.
the yes, we're ready now for the question. So
Yes.
first, I have a present question here.
Okay.
Okay. What practical activities can frontliners living inside the clinics do?
My goodness. Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you. I can only share my ideas because nobody is an expert in anything at this time.
Mm.
Okay. So hopefully, whatever I share, you can kind of modify, revise according to how you can use it. Okay, frontliners. You know, the easiest thing I usually don't advise this to others is the gadgets. Okay,
Mm.
you're stuck, you're trapped. Pero with your gadget, you can download some helpful apps. Like for myself, I've downloaded something about baybayin. Okay? Because I'd like to learn about baybayin. So that's something I'm learning while I'm in isolation. Yeah. For you, whatever your interests are, baka you can download some apps that will be good for you. Another thing, Arriva is going to come up with a series of seminars. Of
Yes.
course, even if you're a frontliner, and you're free, of course you can join the seminars. So that's a good thing.
As a netizen.
The way to do that is to stay being a netizen. Just stay at your house to lessen other people's anxiety. The other
Sometimes
thing,
kasi may nagpo-post ng mga bad vibes post, yan, mga
right?
negative post.
Yes. So what something that we can do is baka we can single out specific people that we can send our good messages to. Okay? Kasi you know what? For me, no, if you send me a post that's general, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care too much about it because it's not for me anyway. Eh. But if you single out, oh, Irish, this is a message I'd like to share with you. It's a special message for you. Oh, the more you pay attention to it, di ba? So these are little acts of kindness that we can
Yeah.
do.
Okay, I agree. So, most of the attendees now, Dr. Randy, are HR professionals. So, I have a question here from Chris Fell Ann. Hi,
Yeah.
Sir Randy. Thank you for the wonderful talk. My question is, what are the necessary steps to do when your employee found out that he or she has these five symptoms? As an HR of the company, how can we help our employees experiencing this depression?
Okay. Number one, I think it would be good if you approach the person yourself. Kasi if you approach the person, it means that you are caring. Okay? And it also improves the company culture kasi it's a culture of caring if you approach the person. Pangalawa, when you listen to the person, uh, don't be judgmental. Remember, the person does not want to get sick of depression. So it's not his or her fault. Uh, do not give quick or pat advice. Tayo nga, ayaw natin ng taong nagbibigay sa atin ng advice, di ba? When we have
Mhm.
a problem, actually, what we really want is to be listened to, not given advice. So let's just listen non-judgmentally. Thirdly, you can offer encouragement and you can offer practical steps, 'di ba? It's like advice rin, pero it's not pat advice. Kasi practical advice is more appreciated than pat advice. Pat advice is something like, oh sige, let's pray. Oh sige, let's uh just choose to be happy. Those are pat advice. They're not practical or specific. Another tip, if you're helping out a depressed employee, make sure that you get help for yourself. Kasi ang depression ay parang coronavirus. Nakakahawa ang depression. And another tip I can give you is if a person talks about death, self-harm, or suicide, do not keep it to yourself. Because if you keep it to yourself, then you are an accomplice if that person commits self-harm or suicide. So make sure that you share it to his or her family member so that the responsibility is placed on the family member and not on you.
So another question, Doc. This is from one of our international attendees. I'm on meds already for depression. Attacks are vivid and just can't can take meds as it is not available in the market. What should he ano po yung pwede niyang gawin?
Oh, I'm very sorry for you because you're not able to buy your meds now.
Yes,
Okay? Yeah. So what can we do? Let's see. It's very important to keep on following up your drugstore if there are available medications because you really need it. In the absence of medication, I'll, I already shared with you some natural therapies. Okay, the vitamins, magnesium and zinc and calcium, relaxing teas.
Mhm.
If you can buy melatonin to help you sleep, if you can use YouTube as a resource, okay, you can research on hypnosis for depression and anxiety. You can research on EFT, emotional freedom techniques for depression and anxiety. And you can watch funny videos.
Okay, another question from our Zoom chat. I have employees stuck in homes that are small and not conducive for work from home setup. Sometimes being with family adds stress and affects
Yes,
work. How they
right.
can best address it, given the fact that they cannot leave that environment.
Okay. Because they live in small places, like me, I live in a room. Okay. But thankfully, I live alone. If you live with other people, now you have to come up with some emotional walls or emotional blocks. Okay. What does that mean? That means that try to have minimal contact with the people in your room. Okay. If you communicate with them or talk to them, keep it civil and respectful, and then go back to your own inner space again. And then distract yourself with the things that you want to do or need to do. There's no other way. Keep emotional distance and keep to yourself. And if
Okay.
you can go out, just if there's nobody loitering in the hallway, then just uh, stay there, but wear your mask.
Okay. Next question from Ronald. Hi, Dr. Randy. Can we invite you as a resource speaker for the company, for our company, for a talk about mental health awareness campaign?
The answer is no, if it's going to be live. But if it's going to be online, of course, yes.
Yes, you
Uh,
can message me. You can
and
message me,
yes, and
0916
yes,
6954418. Yan, we will connect you with Dr. Randy.
Irish will be helpful in connecting us together.
Definitely, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Any questions, guys? Right now, hello to the NESDA people, to the NIDEC, Siemens Inc. Hello, I miss you guys. So type in your questions here so we can entertain it and address it. Sa'yo, Doc, meron bang mga questions dyan sa chat mo?
Yeah, there are. Wait, how do I get this?
Click
Okay.
on the chat. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, you have mentioned earlier that different people deal with ECQ differently. But do you have any general advice on how people can readapt back to reality? Everything I've said will help you get back to this new reality. Diba? This is a new norm and we're all struggling. We're all groping in the dark. And we just have to tough it out it's like passing through the fire or passing through the darkness and groping. Pero as time goes by, we're going to settle back in. So we just have to trust the process. And the process is we have gone through several hells in our life and we have all survived. We are all alive up to now. So we're going to still triumph over this. Let's just wait a little bit longer and things are going to settle back into a new reality.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yes, there are a lot. Based on our daily schedule as head of the family, I am going to announce tomorrow that each one should stay at their room after lunch. And no talking, making noises until 5 p.m. prayer. Is this okay? It appears that the long time of togetherness, nagkakainisan na.
This is from Ms. Vivian.
Yes.
One of our father speakers.
That's what I'm saying eh. It's easy to say, oh, magmahalan tayo. Now is the time to magmahalan. Pero we're getting into each other's nerves. Because Irish, the truth is, the space that we have dati when we're working makes us long for each other. Pero now that there's no more space, we're getting irritated with each other. So I would say that, Miss Vivian, this is an experiment that you're doing. Test this experiment if it works. If it doesn't work, then make another experiment.
So okay. I have one question here. How do we console the management of the company? They are stressed due to the economic and financial conditions.
I offer no advice because I'm in the same boat and we're in the same boat. We manage our own companies. I have a little company, and I'm as lost as you are. What has helped me actually is to help them is really to talk with my employees individually to reassure them that as soon as the company picks up, we're going to take care of them. And if the company has some things that may be some resources to help them, then we're going to give it to them. But as of now, we're all struggling together. So it's good for the employees to know that everyone, even the top brass, is struggling, but is still seeking out to help the employees. Baka that will help them.
Okay. Here's another question from Russell. She is from Honolulu. How to handle or approach the emotional crew? So probably she is a manager.
How an emotional crew?
Mm-hmm. How to handle or approach?
Talk to them as a group and then talk to them individually. So it's divide and conquer. Because if you're able to calm them down individually, then they'll be calmer when they talk to others. Okay, so divide and conquer and set an example.
So another question, Doc Randy from Roan. Actually, this is connected with the prior question. How do I help manage my staff's anxiety and stress when I am also anxious and stressed? Doble.
Meron na siyang anxiety and then what?
How can she handle the anxiety and stress of her staff?
Of the staff.
Doble.
Right. So you have to act as if you're not anxious or stressed. Express to them. Composed. You have to be composed, but also tell them that you're acting composed. Okay, because they have to relate with you. Because if they think that you're dealing with it well, they won't be able to relate with you. But if they see that if they know that you're anxious and stressed, and you're setting that example, then that's how you can probably help them.
Okay. Another question from Maya De La Rosa. How do you help a PUI, PUM, or COVID uh, COVID positive patient. So I think what advice can you give them?
I can give pat advice. So pat advice is just encourage them, send them messages, send them notes, uh, let them know that you're praying for them. If you can find out their favorite music, share it to them. Find out their favorite movies or type of movies, films, you can send it to them.
Okay.
Di
Any
ba?
more questions?
Dito marami. I have 20,
Sige,
I
sir.
have
You can read it.
I have 115.
Oh, wow.
Sir, you've mentioned earlier that different people deal with ECQ. I, I have asthma, but it only attacks whenever I have cough. Recently, the difficulty of breathing occurs almost every day, and I think this is not because of asthma. I also feel nervous all the time. Okay, so I want to tell you that asthma can be a psychosomatic problem. Asthma is not only a physical thing, it can be aggravated by emotions. So, to control your asthma or your coughing, you have to kind of keep your emotions at bay. How do you do that? Yung mga tips na nasabi ko kanina, yung YouTube videos, breathing, vitamins, etc. And I
Okay.
hope and I hope just because you're coughing, I hope you don't think that you have COVID-19 if you are isolated. Okay?
We have a question from Sir Egay Valmorida. How can we help healthcare workers with their own anxiety? How do we encourage them to continue helping and not lose hope? My daughter is a nurse and she gets afraid sometimes. Ito yung mga frontliners natin.
You know, for me, give them a personal message. Yeah. Because it really doesn't matter if it's a general message. I mean, what's a hi and hello? Pero, hello, Irish, you know really speaking to you. So make it personalized. If you know the friends of your daughter, send them personal messages. They'll really appreciate that.
Okay. We have a question here from Facebook. How to manage the paranoia experienced by each Filipino families.
I won't take away all the paranoia because the paranoia is helpful for us. Because if we're not paranoid, we'll go out into the streets. I mean, even me, no? Sometimes I get too relaxed. So when I'm in the grocery, sometimes I'm very near people and I'm not too scared. But so I'm telling you, keep some of the paranoia. Now, if I also have to tell you that I wish we could reach out to the government to let them do their part. Kasi panic is also a result of the government not reassuring us too much. If the government is giving credible reassurance, then the people will kind of be allayed in their anxiety. So let's reach out to our government to do their part.
Okay. Another question from our FB Live. This is from Sir Rab. Hi, Sir Rab. How are you? I am Rab Besas, an entrepreneur from Dumaguete. I've been through anxiety and depression more than 4 years ago. What I can recommend is to search for a specific meditation. Anxiety varies. One of the best coping mechanism of anxiety is to go back to your inner self. Take time to meditate and do the stop all mechanism, which means no gadget and no work. It's like you have to spend more attention towards your inner self. Just put your focus on what's happening in your surroundings. Just imagine that you are living your life as if it's only you. God and nature and exist. It helps and practice gratitude on the things that you see in the present moment. It takes a long practice, but it's achievable. Sorry, it's not a question, but it's a sharing me, Sir
Yes.
Rab. So thank you for that, Sir Rab.
Mr. Rab, you're already doing your part in decreasing the anxiety and paranoia of people by sharing your experience. So thank you very much.
So I have here another question. This applies to me also. From Rhea, every day we heard news about COVID-19 issues. I could not help but think negatively, especially when I heard negative things from TV and social media. Sometimes when I don't feel well, I start to panic, and I always relate those things to the ongoing pandemic crisis. How can you help me on this?
Yes, a while ago, I was sharing, uh, just listen to the news once a day. Okay? Perhaps you can listen to it in the evening kasi the whole news is already recapped at the end of the day. Rather than always tuning into news reports, and then your mind is always preoccupied by negative things. So in the evening, after listening to the news, go to YouTube, magpa-happy, so that you sleep having happy thoughts, rather than the news is on your mind when you sleep. Okay?
Okay, so we have last one question.
There are many, yeah.
You have questions pa, sir? Sige. You have dyan sa chat box mo. You can read it, sir.
There are many. Would you like to share na lang? Kasi there are many eh.
Sige po. You can choose one.
Okay. Basically, how do we snap out of depression? You cannot snap out of depression if it is a major depressive disorder. So do not tell people to snap out of depression. You can snap out of sadness, but you cannot snap out of depression. If you have 5 symptoms or more, it is an illness, so you cannot snap out of it. You need treatment.
Okay, I have here from Miss Juliet sharing also. I am Juliet, share ko lang din. I think we should also avoid sending fatalistic messages. Some people don't have the same mental strengths as you. Instead of helping, you could activate pathologies such as depression.
You might make people more sick if you give
Mm-mm.
fatalistic messages. Right.
So
choose. Be happy. Send happy messages.
okay. Hi, doctor. This question is from Chris. Hi, doc. What activities can you recommend to be implemented, especially to the youth after this ECQ?
For the youth kasi are very resilient eh. They're very creative in distracting themselves. So, if they are distracting themselves in a positive way, just allow them to distract themselves. Sabi ko nga, on social media, there are a lot of people now doing these challenges. So allow them to do that if it's good anyway. Yeah. The other thing is, use the time for them to learn something new. So let them download some apps or watch some learning videos on the internet.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? We have room for another last one question before we end this session. Guys, you can type in your questions here. You can raise the you can click the raise button below for live questions. We can still entertain it. For those of you who wanted to reach and connect to Dr. Randy, you can contact me at 0917 698 0917 0916-695-4418. Ayan, nakalimutan ko na yung number ko. Yan. Okay?
Yes. Hi, Abigail. She raised her hand.
Yan. We have a live live question. Hi, Miss Abigail.
Um, can I just ask, some colleagues as well, the question on what will be a very good debriefing activity once we go back to office?
Yes. The very basic debriefing activity is let people tell their own stories. Okay? So unang-una, but they have to be limited in time eh. Like the first question is how are you? 'Di ba? And how was it for you? And then so how are you? Kamustahan? Number 2, what were your greatest difficulties? So everyone can relate to each other. Thirdly, what helped you? And how are you coping now? So these are basic questions for debriefing. They'll enjoy it that when they get together, they'll be sharing. So please do that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Miss Abigail. So any more questions?
Jose Bernardo, Mariano
some...
raised the hand.
Okay.
But how do I get this question?
We have another live question.
What can you... okay.
Yes? Are we ready?
Me, you mean?
Anyways, before that, sir, I have a question here. Any tips for extroverts who are cooped up at home, most especially those who are alone? Ayan. For the extroverts, sir, what can they do?
No other thing except mainly social media. Social media and then actual calls. Okay?
Reach out to relatives, friends.
Yes. Yes. So actually, we were complaining of too much social media before, pero ngayon it's going to be helpful for us.
Okay. Are we ready now for the live question?
Hello, Doc.
Yan.
Yes,
Sir
hello.
Jose Bernardo.
Hi, Doc. Doc, question lang.
Yeah.
Wait lang. Yung question ko kasi, for those who are used to working in the office or field, what concrete ways may we execute to keep the separation between work and house mindsets? Because they tend to overlap given that we are working, yet we are in the confines of our houses. So, di ba, Doc, pag nasa bahay ka, parang, syempre, iba yung mindset mo, iba yung set of things that you have to prioritize. However, parang when you're at work, iba rin yung mood mo, iba rin yung approach mo. So, how do we keep that separation, given that we are working within our houses?
Yes. First of all, I'd like to ask you, do you live in a house?
Yes. So I'm with my family. So for example, for these types of seminars, I have to find a place kasi mamaya biglang tatawagin ka na lang, ganun.
Right. Yeah.
And we also do con calls then, and yun, it's parang I'm just having a hard time to keep those mindsets apart from each other.
Right. Yeah. What you're sharing is something that's common to many people, no? Like even me, I live in a room. So I have no choice except to work in my room, And think about all the other families who just live in a room. It's so difficult for them. Pero what I can share no is perhaps you could give yourself an illusion of separateness. Okay? So how do you create this illusion? Perhaps you can find a corner and then you can put up some divider. And then that's the only place that you can work. No home stuff are to be done in that area. In fact, if you have the luxury of having another computer, perhaps you can use your work computer in that small corner. So it's like when you're in that corner, you're already associating yourself to be in another world. You're not inside your house. You're in that corner. You're in a work corner.
So, Doc, parang may isolation ka na lang that you want to establish with yourself.
Right. And then you can put a barricade there saying nobody allowed while I'm working.
All right, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah,
Thank,
it's
thank you, sir. Thank you,
basically
Sir Jose.
yeah, basically what will create the distance, no, it's not our physical separateness, eh. It's our mental uh, sense of illusion nga that this is our area, this is our workplace. So we have to create that sense of illusion.
Okay. Any more other live questions? We're going once, going twice. Any more questions? Okay, and that's it. Thank you so much, Doc, for that
Okay.
wonderful session that we just had, and hope that
Mm.
we can invite you again for future e-learning sessions. Thank you so much. We've learned a lot from you.
Yes, and Arriva has done its part in reaching out to people who are depressed with this seminar. Yeah. One day I'm going to set up my online thing and I'm going to help people like you.
Wow,
Okay.
that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doc.
Sige,
Ladies and
Irish.
gentlemen, Dr. Randy Deliosa. Thank you so much. Okay. Before we end our session, I'd like to acknowledge, of course, our win-win sponsors. Of course, we would like to acknowledge our official media partner, Art Plus Magazine, digital media partners, Focus Media, Globaltronics, City Advertising Ventures, Alcom. For the win-win partners, thank you to Brother, Del E, Dong A, CSC, Shiny, Faber-Castell. Thank you also to Ardent World Inc., Moringa O, Gluta-C, and Gluta-C Kojic Plus. Thank you also to Megrhythm, Jurgens, and Lisay. Thank you to KFC, Mr. Donut, and Tokyo Tokyo. And of course, ang napakasarap na Lotus Biscoff. Okay. For our, don't forget to like our Facebook page. It is Arriva Academy Philippines Inc. So scan this QR code and it will be directed to our Facebook page. So don't forget to like it. Next, for upcoming online learning sessions, don't forget to register. This will be on Monday. Ayan. We're very excited to have, of course, our partner speaker, Mr. Jonathan Yabot. He'll be discussing how to manage your visibility while on a work from home arrangement. This will be at 4 to 5 p.m. And on the next day, that will be on Tuesday, April 7, this is good for the managers. Yan. Leadership in time of quarantine, how to manage and develop remote teams. Remind ko lang kayo, this is all for free. So register now. This will be on April 7, 4 to 5 p.m. Okay? Next, we have invited a life coach and a motivational speaker, Coach Bam Santiago. He will be discussing strengthening positive beliefs and tapping into courage. That would be on April 8, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Same time. Next, of course, Coach Bernard Marquez. He is one of our partner speaker. He will be discussing how to be a strength-based parent. This is good for the parents, working mom, working dad. Ayan, especially nowadays, nakasama niyo yung mga kids niyo. Unlock your children's potential by helping them build their strengths. This will be on April 10. Next, we will be having Mr. Eric Diaz. He will be discussing resiliency-oriented practices for business survival. That will be on April 13. Next, we have the international speaker, Mr. Chris Randolph. What should sales executives be doing to generate sales now and after the lockdown? Wow, interesting topic. That will be on April 14. And of course, tamang-tama nowadays, we will be having KonMari method, declutter your space, spark joy in your life. We will be inviting Ms. Renalyn Tan Castillejos, and she is a certified KonMari consultant. Okay? Ito tamang-tama ngayon. Kailangan natin. From SSS, Social Security System Members Assistant on COVID-19 Impact. This will be on April 16, and we will be inviting a spokesperson from SSS, and that will be Mr. Jomer C. Gonzalez. Okay, another topic from Mr. Eric Diaz, that would be on crisis management in times of COVID-19, April 17, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Another topic that would be ensuring adaptive capacity and business continuity in times of crisis. This will be on April 20. That's going to be on Monday, of course, from Mr. Eric Diaz. Don't forget to register, guys? So this is it. Thank you so much for being with us and hope to see you on Monday. Again, this is Irish Malonde Samson